What is up? All right, so today I want to talk about how to build those entrepreneurial skill sets to move forward on your journey. And what's really cool is this works regardless on whatever part you're starting on it, whether you're in the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey, in the middle, or in the end. And so one of those big things with skill sets, before I even go, I'm going to give you a sentence at the end of this that I hope serves you well, and I hope you hold on to, because this specific sentence has served me very well in my journey. And before I even really go into building the skill set, I want to talk about a story of one time I was in the wrestling room, and I was in a completely different wrestling room. So I went from high school to college, wrestled at ASU, Arizona State University. And I went from being a state champion in high school to getting tossed around in college. Like my first day in the training room, I was getting thrown all over the place like a child. And I remember saying to myself, I'm going to keep coming back and I'm going to figure this the F out. Like I'm going to figure this out one way or another. And so day in, day out, I'm getting tossed in my head, tossed in my head, tossed in my head. And eventually things broke and I really figured it out. And it took me 3 months to get there. 3 months of going nose to the grind hard at what it was that I was doing. And I finally got there. And this was going nose to the hard grind when I was already somewhat skilled in what it was that I was doing. And so I bring this up because in life and in anything else, there's going to be a 3 to 6 month period of learning, growing, and developing and understanding where you're at in whatever you're in. For example, everyone, when they start something, it always feels a lot easier before they start it. They get excited about it. Like they're like, I'm going to do this new thing. I'm excited to do this new thing. Let's go and have some fun. And we go do the new thing, and then it's harder than we thought it was going to be. And then we get into our head and say, I guess I wasn't as skilled as this new thing that I thought I was. And some people quit and some people push through. So I want to explain the push through piece and why the push through piece is so important. As an entrepreneur, you may be developing a sales skill, a marketing skill, a content skill, whatever that skill may be. The principles always stay the same. They never change. And so whatever skill you're developing, it's highly important you immerse yourself in the skill. And you're supposed to suck in the skill at first. Like no one is going to be amazing at the skill. The funny thing is, sometimes when you're super gifted, that can be a downfall. The reason that can be a downfall is because when you do meet something, when you do meet resistance, it might mess you up. It might mess you up in the head. Whereas a person who sucks right off the gate, well, they know they suck and they can just keep putting in reps and figure it out and put it together. And what I want to do to really help people move forward in a powerful way is I always remember to do this. It's consistency over intensity with bouts of intensity. Because consistency by itself won't get it done. It just never will. If you just stay consistent without intensity, you get to this place called no man's land or no woman's land, where you're in the game, but you're not, because you're not putting in those intense bouts that need to really get you to another level. When you're looking to stretch and grow, it's all right, I need intense moments at what I'm going after. So if you're looking to be a better salesperson, you need to get on a lot of sales calls. If you're looking to be a better marketer, you need to go out and market. You need to go suck at the skill that you're going after. And eventually, the process is going to get easier. Like those bouts of intensity actually become less and less and less. You don't have to have as many bouts of it because you become skilled in the process that you're doing. And so remember that sentence. Whenever you're doing something, consistency over intensity with bouts of intensity. Know that, okay, as long as I stay consistent at the thing that I'm doing, I know I'm going to get to where I need to go. But also have the wherewithal and the thought process of, okay, I know I need bouts of intensity too. And sometimes we go after intensity too soon, and I'm guilty of that, where I'll go after something, I'll bite off more than I can chew, and it's back to the drawing board. I know New Year's resolutions are coming along, and I think when people start a resolution, really start with the consistency part before the intensity part. If you're looking to do something new, just get your feet wet in the new thing that you're doing. Get consistent on one thing, or maybe even two things. Just get consistent on those things. I think too often people go right into intensity and they're like, oh my God, that sucks. So I'm not doing it anymore. So let's focus on consistency first and then go into intensity. Once you get consistent, like, all right, I'm kind of sort of getting this, I'm not in the fog as much, then hit it. Once you're not in the fog as much, then hit it. And then take a break and celebrate it, and then hit it again. And I'm telling you, your entrepreneurial skills will skyrocket. It was really hard for me making the transition from fighter to entrepreneur because I didn't know what I didn't know. So I just sucked at every skill when I started it. I'm like, all right, I need a 30-second pitch. All right, I need a sales methodology. All right, I need to know marketing. Okay, I need an operation systems. Okay, I need to figure out how to build a team. Okay, I need to figure out all of these pieces. And I had grace with myself and go, all right, what am I going to do first? Where am I going to get really good at first? And my one thing that I wanted to really, really focus on was my communication skills. Because I think everything lives and dies by communication. If you have the ability to communicate, you always have a chance. You always have a chance. And I've had business coaches. I've had people on my side. I've had other coaches. I've had life coaches, transformational coaches, sales coaches, marketing coaches. And some of that with money I didn't even have because I had the communication skill to negotiate with them and create win-wins. That's what communication is. It will allow you to have the ability to say, all right, I want to win and they want to win. How do I make it where we both win? How do I ask the right questions? How do I listen closely enough to know what is it that they want? What is it that I want? And how do I make this the perfect win-win where everybody wins and everybody celebrates? And I worked on my communication skills by sucking at them, by contacting a lot of people along the way, by having a lot of fun along the way. That's the other thing. I always say, if there's anything we can control, it's our attitude. So now that you know it is consistency over intensity with bouts of intensity, now we get to say, okay, what kind of attitude am I going to have in this? Am I going to be like, well, that sucks. I didn't want to have to be consistent at something. Or am I going to say, all right, bring it. Let's go. I know the process. At least I know the process. I know the sentence I got to use. Let's have some fun. And that's what I did. I just had fun along the way. And I'll be sharing things on my family journey, my entrepreneurial journey, my fighter's journey, author's journey, coach journey. I've had a lot of fun. I've had smiles and I've had blow up moments too. Don't get me wrong. Like sometimes this crap gets hard and that's okay. Because you know what? They say tough times don't last, but tough people do. So I do my best to be as tough along the way and have as much fun along the way as I can. And look, I got a few people on today. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hey, Gemma. Hey, Metro. What's up, Suzanne? Let's see. Yes, we meet again, my friend. It's good to see you. And let me read. Agree, I made myself go to a big gathering of a nonprofit in August. met people, gave my card, met the one person I have been trying to meet for a year or more. Hell yeah, that's awesome. So, okay, she says, I made myself go to a big gathering, a nonprofit in Augusta, met people, gave my card, met the one person I have been trying to meet for a year or more. Persevere. That's what it is about. You do not stop. Keep going. Keep putting in the reps. Because here's the thing, one thing that helps you keep going is knowing you won't always have to do it that hard. When you have bouts of intensity, you don't always have to be intense. You just have bouts of it to where it gets easier and easier, and you learn to leverage your skill sets and your abilities. Where it's like, yes, I made it. I don't have to work as hard. I wouldn't want to work nonstop, constantly having to do intensity and just being like, wow, this sucks. I want to have fun on my journey. And fun comes from, all right, what do I need to be consistent in? And where do I put my bouts of intensity in? Where do I put those bouts of focus in to stretch into that new place that I know that I want to go to, into getting that, making that big dream a reality, into getting to that new space, into that new state. Well done, Suzanne. Well done. That is awesome. And Metro says, I'm doing wonderful. My current girlfriend has taken care of me, and it's almost our 3-month and happy 3-month anniversary. That's amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's what life's about. You know, I'll tell you one thing that I didn't know was so powerful for people is support. You know, we all, like, as we go through our journey, one thing, since I know this video is about entrepreneurs building their skill sets, having the right support system is huge. What helped me in wrestling was my mind. Was I kept saying to myself what I did have and what I could be. I knew that. I was like, okay, I can learn this. I know I can learn this. I know I can figure it out. I know I can figure it out. But then ask yourself the question, what support systems do you have around you as you're building your skill sets? Because if you have support systems that are constantly doubting you, that are making you feel like crap, that are not helping you move forward, get away from it. But sometimes the doubters can give you strength too. Use what works best for you. Whether it's doubters or lovers, haters or booers, whatever it needs to be, use what works for you, because you have greatness in you and you can become what you choose to become, what you choose to put the reps in. And I'm excited for everyone's journey, and I'm so happy everyone's doing so well as they go through their journey. You know, share along, yeah. And if this is giving any value to anyone, please share it out there. I'm looking to reach the masses. I'm looking to help people on their way be the best entrepreneur that they can be. Specifically, those family-oriented ones who they have their kids, they have their wife or husband, and they're moving, they're doing what they need to do, and they have big, ambitious dreams, and they're going after it, and they're putting in the reps, and they need those support systems. I want to be a support system for those people to keep them moving forward, to say, look, you're juggling on a lot of balls. I get it. And some might fall, and we'll figure it out. There's ways and solutions to be the best and show up as your best. And that's what life's about. So, hey, I'm glad you're all crushing it. I'm glad everyone's doing well. And if there is anyone who's not doing well, reach out too. You know, not only I like to celebrate our wins, but I also want to find solutions for our problems. We're a tribe together. We're in this together. We always have been. Some people just don't know that, but we've always been in this together. And so if you have anything that is challenging you, that is difficult for you, a skill set that you're specifically trying to learn, I can go into the details and the tactics because I have picked up quite a few skill sets as I've been an entrepreneur. It has been an absolute blast going through this process. You know, learning the sales skills, learning the communication skills. The cool thing, another thing about skills, when you do pick up one skill, it actually helps in other skills. So my communication skills actually help with my sales skills and my marketing skills, because they're both important to effectively market and sell. I just didn't know that. Well, I kind of knew that, I just never thought of it that way. And so as you become a better communicator, you get better at other skills. And that's what it's about. So figure out what skill you need to learn and deep dive in that skill. Read books up on that skill, stay consistent with that skill. I'll actually tell you a couple books that I read for my communication skills. One was How to Win Friends and Influence People, and another one, surprisingly, was 48 Laws of Power. Now, for 48 Laws of Power, it's a very, I would call it a manipulative way of communication, and that's not the game that I play. But what I liked about the book is it taught me how to deal with a manipulator too, because they're going to be out there. Like as you whatever game you're pursuing, you're going to get sharks. You're going to get there's a jungle, and you're going to deal with difficult people, and you're going to deal with some of the most amazing people too. You're going to deal with people who are going to look to lift you up. And the scary thing is, those people are looking to break you down, and those people are looking to lift you up are sometimes going to say the same thing. And you got to listen really, really closely and see how they treat people. Because just as Tony Robbins says, success leaves clues. Well, assholes leave clues too. And when you're hearing a certain thing and it sounds too good to be true, start seeing how they treat other people, just to be on the safe side. See what other people say about that person. And if everybody's saying good things, then you're probably on the right track. And if they're talking some mad trash about that person, you might want to get away. So I appreciate you all for showing up, and let's keep moving forward. Let's keep having fun on the journey. I hope this video serves you well, and you all have an amazing, amazing weekend. Take care.